it was one of those unexpected turns of events where Braden had to go in a little bit earlier than we thought he would go in to help the team, and it turned out better than we all expected. So he made a quite impact for us and helped us to win one of the bigger games of the season. So his effort is definitely appreciated, not only amongst the coaching staff, but I'm sure also amongst the teammates.
Were you pretty surprised to see him coming off of what I think he was 12 days without a game and then having that kind of a performance last night?
No, I wouldn't say surprised. So we all now can be obviously looking in a crystal ball and said we could see it and foresee it, but knowing Braden, it was not surprised because he's a very competitive guy and very professional. He has done well before earlier this season for us and also for the Bears in Hershey. So looking at his game, it was definitely evident that he can already deliver pretty good performances for Caps. And last night it was one of those things where suddenly you are called upon and you don't have a time to think about it, to prepare much. It's really what you have done lately, how you have prepared in general, and being young pro he is, and competitive guy, he just came out and got the job done, got the little clinger off the post early on, first shot, got the friend to bail him out, and we all goalies who have been there know that when the first shot comes off the post and it doesn't go in, you know, this is a night where actually fortune might have turned a smiley face towards you.
He was talking about feeling rusty in that first, his first, but the second period, and talking about his rebounds and things like that. He was a little critical of himself.
It was a little bit, but I wouldn't say he was out of control. It was not perfect, but it was not as expected, especially after a long layover. I thought, for considering those 12 days without a game and also skipping some days he needed to rest, I thought he did tremendously well, even better than I thought, because he's a competitor. We knew that he's going to make those first saves, but control was actually in really good shape from very get-go. And then as game went on and he got more into it, it just got better and better.
And finally, he was talking about how he's been had the opportunity to work on some of his shootout skills since he's been injured. And of course, last night looked a lot different from the first time we saw him in an NHL shootout.
Yeah, it's a kind of work in progress all the time. It's either his game or preparation. He's learning, and he's a fast learner. Like I said, he's a tremendous kid who competes as hard as anyone, and he wants to win. He wants the job, so he does the right things. You are preparing yourself and making sure, without even knowing if you are going to get that shot, but just always being at the top of your game, as close as you can be to that. You will get those opportunities, and sometimes you will surprise a lot of people. But that's his readiness. I think that's his strength. And regarding the shootout situation, yeah, it was not very pretty earlier on, but like I said, he's a fast learner, and he was so excited last time. This time he tried to be calm and not to make a first move, and I would say he was even kind of almost withdrawn there, and players, maybe they remember the first shootout, maybe they have seen it, they wanted him to make a first move, and Holtby just stood his ground. He was very patient, and eventually they ran into him, and when they tried to make a move, there was not much room, and it wasn't the best opportunities to score the way they played, the offensive players play their shootout. So I think gotta give him credit for being confident and patient on those.
Is there a chance we might see Holtby in the playoffs this year?
Anything is possible, because the way things have been changing here so fast. It might be musical chairs at some point, and it is possible. It's obviously not the perfect scenario, but the good news is that we have 3 young goalies who we know any of them can get the job done, and their games speak for themselves. They have done really well for us. Right now, the key is to stay healthy and for someone to grab onto that number 1 job and don't relinquish, because it's a pretty high price for goalies at such a young age, and I'm sure they understand that this is big bonus. This is great opportunity to be the guy going into the playoffs.
Thanks, Artie.